an interesting discussion and chat with Michael Berkowitz. After tackling issues like power shortage, healthcare and helping people secure their livelihoods across the world, the Rockefeller Foundation is now shifting its focus on a mammoth challenge, creating 100 resilient cities. In India, the city chosen for this challenge is Surat. Michael Berkowitz, the president of 100 Resilient Cities program, which has been pioneered by the Rockefeller Foundation, tells us why Surat.
Thank you for joining us, Mr. Berkowitz. So my first question to you is, can you tell us a little bit about this 100 Resilient Cities Challenge and what's the goal of the entire program?
So 100 Resilient Cities is the Rockefeller Foundation's $100 million commitment to build urban resilience worldwide. And the goal is to name 100 cities over the next 3 years and to work with them to build resilience against both chronic stresses and acute shocks.
So what's exactly the criteria for the qualification of these cities to participate in this challenge? So
the cities, the criteria are rather basic. Cities have to have more than 50,000 people in an administrative district. So by Indian standards, very, very small. We hold openings for applications every year until we fill the spots. We have 33 cities. We hold openings every year for cities to apply. We have 32 cities now. We're currently in the midst of a challenge period for 2014. And cities need to answer some basic questions about why they want to build resilience and which stakeholders they're going to work with.
Okay, so what about the funding? How does that work? How much are you planning to give the cities? And again, what will they be used for?
So we provide cities with 4 kinds of support. Funding to hire a chief resilience officer for 2 years. So this is a senior person in municipal government with the breadth and scope to work across sectors and the silos and identify and coordinate and connect the dots around resilience. We support, the second level of support is we support the city to create a resilience strategy, to go through a risk assessment, to a needs analysis, to opportunity assessment, to come out with what the priorities are for resilience building in that city.
Surat is one such city which has been selected for this Resilient Cities Challenge. So can you tell us a little bit about what's happening on ground? Has the CRO already started assessing the situation there?
Last week we did the introductory workshop in Surat. We convened a broad stakeholder meeting with the mayor and the commissioner, as well as a number of other stakeholders from civil society, the private sector, and the municipal government, and talked about what the issues are for Surat. The next step is really to hire a chief resilience officer. Given now what we know about the challenges, who would the right individual be? Ultimately, that will be Surat's decision who to hire. We will have some input and the job description.
So considering the CRO's activities, it involves the responsibilities are independent, independent decision making. So in that context, when we see India, well, it's notoriously bureaucratic. So what are the challenges in that? Is that a big challenge that you all are facing?
Yeah, it absolutely is a big challenge. The cities around the world are complex ecosystems. We have a number of different stakeholders at the municipal, at the state, and at the central government level, as well as incredibly powerful private sector actors and important private sector actors, and civil society and the citizenry. And so one of the CRO's key functions is to exercise both formal power with what they can control via the municipal government, but also exercise informal power, pushing and cajoling and persuading stakeholders to operate in the right way, because we think that resilience will be a rising tide that lifts all boats.